Folks, good morning and thanks for joining us. We're coming to you live, of course, from the Centennial Memorial Pavilion here on a very historic morning when the government of Liberia is officially holding a reburial and a state funeral for late Liberian president, former President William R. Tolbert. And as you can see here at the grounds of the Centennial Memorial Pavilion, we're witnessing the arrivals of guests, folks from the international community. We've seen the arrival of top government officials already this morning. Speaking of the Justice Minister, the Minister of State, several top officials of government have already made their way here at the historic Centennial Memorial Pavilion in honor of fallen Liberian president, late Liberian president, President William R. Tolbert. Just yesterday, His Excellency President Boakai that was on Sunday at the homes of the family of late President William R. Tolbert to sympathize with the family, showing his concern for reconciliation and for Liberia finding a redirection towards peace and unity. So yesterday marked the beginning of activities marking the reburial of fallen Liberian President William R. Tolbert. So the Book of Condolence was opened here at the Centennial Memorial Pavilion on yesterday, and government officials were here, family members, state actors, the diplomatic corps were here to honor the signing of the Book of Condolence yesterday. And so this morning the official activities continue as the state funerals or the symbolic remains of late Liberian President William R. Tolbert will lie in state. So here at the Centennial Memorial Pavilion, let me take you inside the hall where lots of activities are already ongoing as our team is preparing to officially arrive here. At the same time, we will also show you the arrival of officials. There are cultural performances taking place this morning to commemorate this event. Various cultural groupings. Still seeing the arrival of guests. Wherever you're watching from, just so you know, this is a huge national event. Let me bring you right at the entry where the guests are making their way in. guests still arriving, dignitaries still arriving, and all being checked at the entry here before making their way in. The dress code is black, obviously mourning late President Tolbert. Let's go in. Let me show you quickly. Let me show you quickly what the hall looks like already. The Centennial Memorial Pavilion is already packed to its capacity, and of course, you also see in the crowd the Liberian colors being depicted by colorful African designs, and you also see several organizations, including the Knights of St. John from the various churches. We also have the Catholic Church being represented, the First United Baptist Church also here being represented, and we're also seeing the arrival of family members, relatives of late President William R. Tolbert, all making their way here to honor this unique national event. If you're following and you're listening also on ELBC Radio, my name is Anthony Williams, and I'm bringing you this coverage. This is just a build-up to the coverage of the actual event. And here we have Madame May Yure also. Let's go around the hall and let me show you. So this is just a build-up to the actual event. The event hall or the Centennial Memorial Pavilion already designed, well dressed up. Here there are images of former Liberian presidents. If you've never been here, that's the image of former President Samuel Kayendo, who was just also giving a state funeral in Zweju, Grand Jide County. Former President Doe lie side by side with his late wife Nancy B. Doe, who also was buried along with her husband. They both were laid to rest at the Samuel Kayendo Palace there in Zweju, Grand Jide County. We were also there to cover that event for you. But this morning, it's the time for former President William R. Tolbert right here opposite the picture of former President Samuel Kayendo. If you look here, you see the Liberian president with the time he have served the country as President of the Republic of Liberia, all depicted on the image right in front of us. These two presidents will be getting a national recognition state funeral for their passing, and of course with their contribution in Liberia's history, the government of Liberia, currently headed by President Joseph Duma Boakai, have deemed it necessary to give a befitting reburial or state funeral for late President William R. Tolbert. Just on Sunday, the president visited the family of the fallen Liberian leader to show his sympathy and also emphasize his concerns for reconciling Liberia and encouraging Liberians to forge a new path towards unity. And so, still showing you images of former presidents of Liberia right ahead of us there. We also see the picture of late President Edward Barclay. Ahead of us there is the picture of former President Daniel Edward Howard. So in here, this is a historic building, of course, as you all are aware, the historic Centennial Memorial Pavilion. This seeing a huge number of Liberians who are here to honor a late Liberian, and someone in the comment section called it a historic closure. And of course, Alright, so we're going to see if we can do a sound check. We apologize for that. Alright guys, please tell us if the sound is back. We apologize. Tell us if the sound is back. Yes, kindly tell us in the comment section if the sound is back. Alright, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So let's go outside. But we just wanted to show you what inside the hall looks like. We can probably go outside now and see the arrival of other dignitaries or officials who are making their way in here. But if you look there, the hall is already getting full and dignitaries are making their way here. So let's go outside and wait. There are more arrivals taking place. We also expect to see the arrival of His Excellency the President. Thank you. So right outside here, we still see the folks from the Executive Protection Service still putting security in place for the arrival of the president. And also the vice president is in country, so we also expect to see his arrival here. And right in there, I showed you the U.S. ambassador to Liberia, Ambassador Mark Turner. I'll show you the U.S. Ambassador Mark Turner, who's also here, representing the United States, of course, and also amplifying the U.S. relationship with Liberia, especially with late President William R. Tolbert, historically being an American Liberian, provided if that's the right term, correct me to be wrong, but obviously has a U.S. ties or could be a U.S. descendant in history. And so we also see here a flag of the Republic of... Yeah, sure. Sure, okay, thank you. So we are with the arrival of His Excellency the President. Basically, all of the streets have been, most of the streets leading to this location have been under tight security, protection. The police restricting traffic, so everyone is using detours that are being provided by the police just to give this place free access for those who are coming here to attend the event. We are seeing the arrival of the EU ambassador to Liberia, or this could be the ambassador or some dignitaries from the embassy, from the European Union precisely. But the ambassador to Liberia is Ambassador Leonard Dupres. Her name is Leonard Dupres. This could be her or other EU dignitaries. Also seeing the arrival of the Minister of Finance and Development Planning. It's the Minister of Finance and Development Planning also there arriving. Minister Augustin B. Kafwa. More guests still arriving. For those of you in the comment section, kindly tell us, leave your comments. Tell us what you make of the idea for the government of Liberia to rebury former presidents, including today now former President William R. Tolbert. Just the other day, the burial of former President Samuel Doe was being held there in Nigeria. So we're about to see the arrival of the Vice President. From what it looks like. So we're going to position ourselves to see the arrival of the House Speaker also. We are hoping the House Speaker will be here any moment from now. Alright, so here you have the arrival of the House Speaker. We're also seeing the arrival of His Excellency, the Vice President.
Who did they set up here? your camera? Yeah? What the person here?
I don't know what she is.
That camera doesn't move.
Yeah, well, she comes. I'm not the one who's assigned to her.
Hey, if not, I will move it.
It's up to you, so.
Yeah.